shortest I've ever heard Gary Dalton at any banquet, so nice job. I always look forward to your jokes. He's got some great material, and some of it I've heard more than once. I was kind of hoping you were going to tell the story about the Jehovah's Witness. Maybe we'll bring it back later. So. But in all seriousness, Gary, I think as all of you recognize, has just been a fixture with all of our programs. And, you guys get the pleasure of hearing him work professionally. I've had that bigger pleasure of working with Gary on a personal basis, too. He's been just fantastic through the good times and through the hard times. And that's part of life, that's part of sports, certainly. And, from day one, he's just been nothing but outstanding to work with and just a dear, dear friend. So, Gary, I really appreciate all that you do for all of our programs. Thank you. Also, just want to, again, express my appreciation to the I Club for this great tradition. And especially, I think the best part about it, you've already got some insight to it, just the bringing the freshmen, the first-year players in for the first I Club meeting, and then certainly finishing with the seniors, having them come to the last one. I think it's just a great, great tradition. But all the hard work that goes into it, very appreciative of that. And Gary, it's been great working with you this year. Scott, look forward to starting up a new one next year. But Gary got cheated a little bit. We're one short this year with the Nebraska game falling over a holiday weekend. But it's just been absolutely fantastic. So I appreciate your help, Gary, and everybody's help in making this such a good event. Thank you. And a big part of the ambiance and the atmosphere here at the band, Spirit Squad did a great job, and there's certainly going to be an investigation on the raffles today. Especially focusing on the Marion area. I think there might be a little something brewing up there. But outstanding job here, so appreciate you guys being involved as well. Moving forward here, we have a couple groups here. Obviously, the seniors, talk about them last, but our coaching staff and support staff is here. They do a wonderful job working with our guys from start to finish, and beyond that. And I have to say it every time I get the chance. I work with a wonderful group of people. They're excellent coaches, but more importantly, I think great role models and mentors for our players, and I think they'd be the first to tell you that. So if I could, I'd ask our coaching staff and support staff to stand to be recognized, and also wives. We've got several wives here. Patsy is back there, Patsy Davis. Welcome back to town, and everybody else, please stand to be recognized. Gary already mentioned parents that are in attendance, and we'll talk a little bit more at the banquet, but I think, again, over my time in coaching, I think one of the big keys to success for any player when they go to college and face the grind of academics, sports, and also citizenship, it's a huge advantage to have good support at home. And our players have been really fortunate. I think every one of these seniors will tell you the support that they get when they have a bad day at school or a bad day at practice. That really goes a long ways to them having good careers and finishing the race, and that's quite an accomplishment. So again, just want to say thank you to the parents and appreciate you being here today. And then last but not least, it's great to have recognize Bump being here with us. And you talk about the traditions of this program. I got here in '81, and it became very apparent to me why Iowa was so successful in so many areas right off the bat. And a huge part of that equation is Bump. We've had a great tradition of leadership, and I can't comment as to what it was here prior to 1981, but I sure can from that vantage point. And Bump, great to have you with us. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a while since we've been here, and lots happened. We've had 3 games being on the road in the last couple of weeks. Certainly the Penn State game is, as I said afterwards, it's one of those games that doesn't happen often, fortunately, and it's just one of those games where we really never got into the game. And we moved on quickly thereafter, and certainly since that time, we've had 2 tough road losses in the conference to teams that are playing very, very well right now. And that's always disappointing, and it's tough. And when you lose in football after working hard, that's a tough thing. But we still have 3 games left, and I know our seniors, our entire team are committed to pushing forward right now. The guys have worked hard. They've worked hard every bit as hard during the losses as they did during the first 2 games where we beat Minnesota and Michigan State. And there's a reason there's 8 games scheduled in the conference. We intend on pushing forward right now. From our vantage point, there's a lot of football left and a lot of opportunity left, and that's where the team's been focused. They've done a great job of that. We've had a good week of practice, and we're certainly eager to move forward. A, being back in Kinnick, and then B, playing an outstanding opponent in Purdue. Purdue came into the season really as the most veteran team in the league, and during the offseason I thought they had a good chance to be one of the good stories. And it hasn't worked out for them. They've had some injury issues, some disappointing losses. You look back 2 weeks ago, Ohio State scored in basically the last play of the game, 3 seconds left. Got a 2-point play to close that thing out and put it into overtime. They had a very tough loss against Notre Dame, 3 points early in the season. So they're a very capable team. They've got good skill players on offense. Defensively, they've got as big a front as you're going to find. They play with a good defensive backfield and a lot of man coverage. So they're going to be a big challenge for us tomorrow. We've had a good week, and we're more than eager to get out on the field and start playing again. We'll have, as our captains tomorrow, we'll have James Vandenberg, James Ferentz offensively, Micah Hyde, and then James Morris defensively will lead us. So excited about that. Excited to have Mike Ferentz back in town. Mike was an offensive lineman here in the late 80s, finished up, I believe, in 92, part of some great teams there. Mike's an athlete from New Jersey, grew up in Union, New Jersey. Has returned home. He's a state trooper, been a state trooper there now for quite some time. So it's great to have Mike back in town. He'll be our honorary captain this afternoon and tomorrow, so we're excited to have him. And moving forward to the seniors, the main reason we're here today, for my money, just a chance to recognize these guys and thank them for all their efforts over the past 4 and 5 years. And I'd be remiss too if I didn't recognize our trainers, the video staff, the student managers. As you can tell, there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes during the course of the season to make a team be able to function not only in practice but through the season. Just a lot of people put a lot of effort into it. And, the students that were recognized earlier do that very same thing. They're at practices, obviously. They work a lot beyond practice time. They do a lot of things that go well beyond that. And because of them, we're able to function and move smoothly. So I really appreciate your efforts. Certainly wish you all the best as well.